What's going on, folks? Ted from Immersion here, and I want to thank someone over on Twitter who linked me this D&D Beyond AI-generated adventure. They brought it up, and I haven't seen anybody talking about it either. Apparently, you can find it via the change log in D&D Beyond. I'll put a link to this directly, but let's take a look. So here it is. It's dndbeyond.com/begin. And it says, before the storm, begin your journey. So I'm going to click this. Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons, the world's greatest role-playing game. D&D is a collaborative storytelling game. Together with friends, you will embark on epic adventures across fantastical lands. One player is the DM. The rest of the players are heroes and adventuring party ready for adventure. This adventure will walk you through a series of quests and challenges, and the decisions you make along the way will determine the outcome of this very story. Your journey awaits. I'm ready for adventure. Story begins in Neverwinter, a legendary city along the northwest edge of the Forgotten Realms. I already know about the Forgotten Realms, but I guess you could learn about it, so I'm going to say I'm ready to choose my hero. Every adventurer is a member of a class. We have the options of Cleric, Rogue, Fighter, Wizard, or Paladin. This is me, so we're choosing Paladin. Yep. Paladins, they give us a little background there. Yep, that's me. So you're a Paladin. Your best abilities are Strength, Constitution, and Charisma. You're proficient in Athletics, History, Insight, Persuasion, as well as many weapons. You start with 12 hit points. Okay. There was an option there to see like what other stuff you do. You are a human. All right, I'm fine with that. Other races, other classes may give us different races or species. You started your life as a noble. Your family is no stranger to wealth, power, and privilege. Your parents ruled the county of Cornell Hill, located in the highlands northeast of the city. After Mount Hotenau was erupted 30 years ago, basically that was erased. Instead of growing up in an estate, you're raised in a small town in Waterdeep. Let's begin our adventure. After the eruption, a great chasm swallowed much of Neverwinter, and horrible creatures crawled out. To defend Neverwinter, many of the remaining districts joined forces to become a bastion of hope and a rallying point for the heroes of the time. This alliance became known as the Protectors' Enclave. You've come to the Protectors' Enclave because you swore an oath to defend and protect those in need. You remember the Enclave standing as a righteous beacon of virtue in years past. Now, decades later, this is actually kind of interesting because it's like a choose-your-own-adventure, essentially. Still, you walk with your head held high in the temple grounds. You spy the familiar sight of the temple's head priest, a wise dwarf woman named Rubalta, accepting donations of food from an eccentric man in an apron. Rubalta meets your gaze and gives you a grin as she returns to work. You smile and wave as you head out. Rubalta has been a constant source of support since you came to the city, and her temple has become a second home to you. I walk the street looking for ways to help. Okay. Now we're moved on to, I guess, what looks like the second section here, Protector's Enclave. In the cool morning air, you set out from the temple. After only a couple minutes of walking the cobblestone roads, you find a younger, lean elf trying to pull away from a haggard human man. I approach to see what's happening. As you get closer, you can see they're scratching and kicking at each other. You rotten imp, I know you've got coin, the man shouts. Get away from me, I don't have any money, the elf pleads. Liar, you better cough it up, street urchin, the human shouts before knocking the elf to the ground. This could be a mugging in progress. What happens next? Okay, now it looks like the color text has changed to red, which I assume means this is kind of an action situation. What happens is next is up to you. Your proficiency in a variety of skills, weapons, and magical spells. Any course of action will require some combination of skill, natural ability, and luck to pull off. D&D often represents having to roll a 20-sided die. What would you do? Call them out to stop fighting. Make a persuasion check, of which you have +4. Step between them and use my battle axe if necessary. Attack roll with +5. Or try to knock out the human from behind with a dexterity check -1. I'm going to use persuasion. I think we stand a good chance there. Okay. You call out to the pair. You make this ability check. You roll a 20-sided die, then you add your charisma modifier. Your background as noble gives you proficiency in persuasion, so that's +2 for a grand total of +4. The task of this is difficult, DC 15. We're going to roll a d20 here. We get to see the die roll. Oh, cool. Ooh, that was bad. We failed. That's a 10. All right. You rolled a 6. +4 is 10. You hear whispers as the passersby begin to spot the commotion. Stay out of this, you, lest I whittle you into a toothpick. The elf, seeing a chance to escape, begins to run. The ruffian swipes at the elf but narrowly misses, and the elf slips through the crowd. Ah, the man kicks dirt towards the crowd. This is your fault. He points his blade at your chest. What do? You could cut him down with a +5, wrestle the ruffian to the ground with a strength check, or tell him to surrender. Well, considering charisma didn't work out so well for us, I'm going to try to wrestle this guy to the ground. Strength check. Okay, we had a +5. Roll a d20. Here we go. Okay, that's a 19. That's pretty good. How'd we do? You throw the man into the ground and pin him down, knocking the scimitar from his hand and kicking it away. He shouts in protest, but a group of guards from the city watch come upon you. We'll take it from here, one of the constables says to you. The ruffian is now in the custody of the city watch. One guard produces a pair of manacles from her belt, but the other constables eye each other, unsure of what to do. What about you? Explain what you saw. Persuasion check. Demand they hand the ruffian over to you. Charisma check. Thank them for catching the criminal. I mean, there's no role associated. I'm going to explain what I saw. I feel like, unless they're coming to... I don't understand. Are they coming to arrest me? Yeah. All right. We'll go with a persuasion check. Thanks to your background as a noble, you're proficient in persuasion. Here we go. Roll a d20. Come on, no whammies. Okay, 13. So that's a 17 total. That's pretty good. We don't know what level we are. We're assuming level 1. You tell the story of what happened. The constables nod thoughtfully at your story. A constable with bright green boots leads away the ruffian. The two turn a corner. A few minutes later, the constable returns, placing a pair of manacles back into his pocket. He nods to another guard. We'd like to ask you a few more questions. Another guard's voice rings out. Actually, we need you to come with us. We'll talk this over at the keep. As annoying as the bureaucracy can be, you swore an oath to uphold justice, so you join the guards. Go to the watch's keep. Next section. The Hall of Justice. All right. Your escorts fun along. I continue walking. Eventually, you're taken into a simple room and sat down on a bench made of thick timber. Please wait here. The rest of the guards leave. What do? Talk to the guard into letting you go. Sneak away. I'm just going to wait. I got nothing. I did nothing wrong. I have nothing to worry about. You sit and wait patiently. As time passes, you begin to feel more uncomfortable. You start to wonder what you could be waiting for. Someone, something. Your head spins as you crumple to the ground. You close your eyes and let your mind fill with the teachings of Bahamut, bringing you at ease. After an hour of meditation, your concentration is broken by a door swinging open. Your head spins as you crumple to the ground, and several guards haul you up by your legs, drag you back to the bench, and sit you back down. Question them, shame them, or antagonize them. Well, why would I shame them? I'm confused. Why did I crumple to the ground? I'm confused. I don't want to antagonize them. I could just question them, I guess. Why are you doing this? Yeah, let's start there. Come on, high roll. Ooh, no. 11? Maybe? All right, what do we got? I've done nothing wrong. You treat me like a criminal. How much are you getting paid for this? Are you Nashers, Grey Cloaks? The guards chuckle to themselves. Why don't you just sit tight, your holiness? An officer will be with you shortly. In walks a formidable figure, dragonborn, standing tall in crisp uniform, bearing countless medals. Let's talk about what you saw. I saw a man trying to mug someone, you say. The captain shakes her head. What you saw was a familial dispute, which was kindly resolved by the great Lord Yulmak. Okay. The officer presents at the scene. I have given a report, and the watch will be keeping an eye on parties involved. Is there anything else I can help you with? She asks, staring daggers at you. How do you respond? I understand. I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm going to report you. I'm just going to say I understand. I clearly can't win in this situation. Good, you're a smart one. I'm glad to declare this matter resolved. I'm going to let you off with a warning. I'm just going to nod. I'm not going to get involved. I don't want to... There's no reason to start a fight here. Great. This has been a lovely chat. Now get out. The captain points at the door. Now what? Plead to the guards to do better. Leave without a word. Yell at the guards. I mean, I don't know. I don't... They're very clearly... I don't think I'm going to be able to do something like, oh, do a better job at your job. No, I'm just leaving. You walk out. There's nothing to be said, and the guards haven't heard already. As you head homeward, you reconsider your oath. The more you interact with the law, the more you despise the cracks in its facade. Is an oath to uphold the law as flawed as the law itself? I return home to the temple. I head inside. Perhaps you can find some guidance from your god. Yeah, I'm going to beseech Bahamut. That sounds like a good idea. You stand before a shrine and pray. You draw your prayer cloth and meditate at the foot of a stone altar. Bahamut works in mysterious ways. Could this have been some kind of a test? The soft tone of the temple's head priest Ribalta rings from the back of the room. Child, you look troubled. Would you like to talk about it? You spy a few scratches along her neck. Huh. What do you do? What do you want to ask the priest? Where should I go? What should I do? I'm going to ask if she wants any healing magic. No, it's merely superficial. I'm fine. I think it's you who needs help. I can see the worry upon your brow. Some faithful find it helpful to reinvigorate their resolve by renewing their oath. Yes, a new oath will help guide me. Okay. God of justice, be my guide. Let my hand be your hand and bring your judgment. God of heroes, be my vehicle. Carry me to where I'm needed and give me strength. God of dragons, be my beacon. Show me where I can help those less fortunate. You think more about a pilgrimage to Dragon's Rest. Perhaps there you could figure out how to fulfill your sacred oath as well as to find a true place in the world. I seek out Dragon's Rest. With newfound purpose, you set out along the docks of the Black Lake District. You're able to find a haggard ship captain by the name of Drowse, who agrees to ferry you to Dragon's Rest. You book passage for the next day, gather your belongings, then board the vessel. At the dawn the next day, you set sail for your adventure. On to adventure. Congratulations, your journey has concluded. Thank you for playing. Now let's see how you did. Huzzah. Okay, I'm a paladin. I survived with 12 out of 12 hit points. I reported a crime to the City Watch. I kept my thoughts to myself at the keep, and I renewed my oath to duty and justice. I could share this image. I could play again. I'm wondering, because it's before the storm and it mentioned Dragon's Rest, is this supposed to be an intro to lead you into Dragons of Stormwreck Isle? That would make sense. The location on that island is literally called Dragon's Rest, and it's called Before the Storm, Stormwreck Isle. This is kind of cool. I actually really like this. I didn't expect anything like this. I probably will play it again and try some different options to see what you can do. You know, maybe go a little more super pious and be like, do a better job, guards, or maybe try to shame them. I don't know. But I'm curious, what do you guys think about all this? I haven't really seen anybody talking about it, so I thought it was pretty neat to show it off. So anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, and I'll see you all next time.